Okay, so today we are going to the Microsoft store because we run some photo booths, and the photo booths are custom fit to work on surfaces. So you can use a Surface, you can use a Surface, and you can use a Surface. Now, the good and bad is Surface is a pretty legit iPad. Oops, iPad. So the good and bad is the Surface is a pretty good tablet. So the good and bad is the Surface is a surplus. The good and bad is the Surface is a pretty good tablet. Don't get me wrong, if they made a case for the iPad, I'd probably have just bought another iPad. I have an iPad Pro and probably 9 other iPads sitting at my house. I bought the base model. It was a an Intel Core processor, like a 4 gig hard drive. But for a photo booth, it's pretty much what you need. So people are driving like idiots today. So I ordered this Surface Pro on July 25th through Amazon, brand new. Didn't buy used, no refurb, a brand new Surface Pro. I plugged it in and I used it probably the very same week on an event. Worked perfectly. Now, here's the problem. So we get it another day, works perfectly. So that's 2 weeks of parties. The third week of parties, we go to set it up and we turn it on. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. So I said, okay, maybe the battery had come out, maybe the plug's not in. Let's plug it back in. Let's try to let it charge up again. Again, nothing. I go online real quick because keep in mind, we're about to start this party. Unlike an iPad, it doesn't have the home button. So, you know, with an iPad, you press the home button in, you hold the power button down, and then you have perfect reset. This one doesn't have that, so I had to find out what the procedure was for a Surface 4. Go online, it says hold the power button down for 15 seconds, and then press the up button and the power button for 30 seconds. Again, this is really, really silly. I mean, do I hold the power button down for 15 and then press the power button and then press the volume button? Or do I hold the button down, let it go, and then hold the button down with the volume button? It doesn't say that anywhere in Microsoft's information. Thanks for that. I might have been doing it wrong. I might have been doing it right. I have no idea. Bottom line, it doesn't turn back on. 2 weeks. 2 weeks I've had this photo booth iPad. I keep saying iPad. I really want an iPad in this thing. 2 weeks I've had this Surface 4 and it does not work. Now, Microsoft's Surface, I don't even know how it's going to be. This is going to be really interesting because I've never done it. With Apple, I go to their Genius Bar and I look at it, they run some tests. If it doesn't work, they say, hey, here's a new one, you're good, bye, and we walk out. I have no idea what it's going to happen when I go to Microsoft store. Coincidentally enough, at the store I'm going to, the Microsoft store is directly, and I mean directly across from the Apple store. So I always get a little kick out of that. So anyway, I'm heading there right now, and I'll let you know how it goes. I have no idea. So we're going to see, and you're going to learn with me how this works. I think I'm lost. I think I'm lost in this big mall. I literally just walked in a circle. So, I really want to hate. I really want to hate right now. I just want to. I want to have gotten into my car and said, Microsoft, they don't understand how to do business. They don't know customer service. Their products are shoddy. Everything is crap. I'm a Mac guy. This is what Mac people do. But I can't. I went in and here's a little funny thing. So when I went to schedule my appointment online, probably the one thing that I don't like about Microsoft is their automation is it's on overdrive, and it's trying to ultimately find where they should put you. But once they decide that you need customer service, they then text you a code, and then that code takes you to basically their online browser. It's just a HTML5 browser, and nothing special, but you don't need an app or anything like that. It just takes you to it. And then you have to go through all of the stuff from your phone. Now, there's nothing wrong with typing in your phone, and it's convenient, it's right there. I don't mind that, but when you have to go through fields, actual form fields, like, 9 or 10 form fields, typing on your phone is a little annoying. I'd rather do it from my computer. So I walked in, and a lot like the Apple Store. So they took a lot of the cues from the Apple Store. It's obvious, from the way it looks to the vibe you get. But I will say, unlike the Apple Store, which again, Apple guy, love my Apple stuff. For some reason, anytime I go into the Apple Store, there's like 30 customer service people, and they're all asking you if you need help or saying hi. I don't mind the first couple of them, but too many of them, and it starts to feel kind of like a car dealership, and that's not what I want when I go into my computer stores. So one guy said, "Hey, how can I help you?" He took me to their it's essentially their Genius. So he took me to their Genius, and we kind of ran through all the issues. While I waited, the guy walks over to me and says, "Hey, can I get you some water?" Some water? That has never been offered to me at an Apple Store, and sometimes I'm a little thirsty. So Apple, hey, take a cue from anything. She goes through her paces, and ultimately the service was dead, which I don't like. She replaced it on the spot, and there was no questions asked. We went through the process, got it done. I went home with the brand new service, with the new registration, with the new product ID, so everything was good to go. I will say this, and this doesn't necessarily have anything to do with the Surface, but customer service in general. The internet's a really powerful tool, and sometimes when you need help, you're going to get that information faster from the internet. It's going to be a lot of different people that have used the product, that have seen the issues with the product, that have found fixes for the issues with the products. The internet has a wealth of knowledge, and you should probably use it. The one thing that bothers me about corporations is their inability to accept that the internet is a valid tool. So when I went through and researched why I was having these problems, there was an issue that ran throughout the entire thing, which was called the sleep of death. So basically, when your Surface goes to sleep, it may not wake up. It'll just die on you, and you just have to deal with it. And a lot of the things people said, it was like, yeah, I was using my product, everything was fine. Then it went to sleep one moment. I went to turn it back on, and it never turned on again. So this was pretty clear that this was a widespread issue. So when I'm sitting there talking to the lady, and I kind of bring up, hey, I have heard that there's this thing called the sleep bug, the sleep of death, that happens to some of the Surfaces. She looked at me like I was crazy. She had never heard that. This was all new to her. I get it, you're a corporation, you can't, it's called plausible deniability. If you act like you've never heard of it, then people can't come to you and sue you later on. I get it, I know why you do it. It's just extremely frustrating that that happens. It happens to me, and it happened to me today. It happened to me in the Apple Store when my MacBook Pro was having a screen flickering issue, and she acted like she had never heard of this, and of course my MacBook passed, so I'm still dealing with the screen issues. I digress. I get it, it is what it is, it's just frustrating. I wish there was a way for them to just give me a nod and be like, yeah, I get it, I know, it has happened before, but we fixed it. And the sheer fact that they're replacing the model would suggest that they don't have to worry about being honest. They're replacing the model, no questions asked. So this shouldn't be an issue. Either way, that was my experience with the Microsoft Store. First experience with the Surface, fantastic. Second experience with the dead Surface, horrible. Customer service at the Microsoft Store, fantastic. Will I buy a Surface for myself? Probably not. But I do know that Mac's kind of no questions asked policy has changed over the last couple of years. It used to be, if you brought in a product and there was a problem, they pretty much would replace it without question. Apple was like the Nordstrom of computer stuff. But now, you walk in, and you may get it fixed, you may not. There's always some reason why that you're not gonna get it replaced. You deal with it because, typically speaking, you don't have a lot of problems with Apple products, but sometimes you do. That's my take. I'm signing off. Don't forget to subscribe. I hope to be doing a lot more of these types of things in the future, and hopefully I get my mic, because I'm waiting on my mic, because I'm sure it sounds kind of crappy, but I wanted to share my experience now, and my mic doesn't come till tomorrow. So I apologize for that. I hope to see you guys next time, and enjoy your day. We'll see you soon.